Public-private partnerships. How can PPPs deliver better services? Private sector's perspective on a PPP.
Good morning. Welcome to Ionics Freshwater Limited. This is a public-private partnership that was built in 1998, representing the first public-private partnership done in the Eastern Caribbean. We produce 7 million gallons of fresh water a day for sale to the Barbados Water Authority. This plant, in our opinion, is an example of how public-private partnership should work. The tendering process was simple and transparent. 8 international tenders were received. The payment stream is based on a performance-based contract. In other words, we don't produce water, we don't get paid. We supply a service to the government of Barbados, particularly the Barbados Water Authority, which is difficult for them to do. We are prepared to take the financial risk, the commercial risk, and the technical risk of producing water for the government and the people of Barbados. This, to me, is exactly what public-private partnership should do. We take on jobs and tasks that the government is not well suited to do. We raise the finance, we take the risk, and we are rewarded when we are successfully taking that risk. This plant you see behind you is now been operating successfully for 16 years. It's in fantastic condition. We are very proud of what we've accomplished here, and we believe that the public-private partnership model works, given you keep it simple, you keep it transparent, and you identify tasks and jobs and requirements for which the government is not adept. There have been some examples of public-private partnership where it's simply been a means and a way for the government to move the financing off their balance sheets. That doesn't work. You need to have something that the private sector does better, and also that there is an identified revenue stream. In this case, we sell water to the Water Authority. The Water Authority then sells the water on to the public of Barbados, and as a result, there's a clearly identified revenue stream. We produce water, the money for that water is identified. So identifying a revenue stream up front that makes sense, having a simple process. You know, there's a lot of examples out of the UK and Canada and the US of public-private partnerships, which are substantially more complicated than we believe are required here. We've now done 4 of these in other sectors, not just the water sector. They've all been successful. The key to that success, again, simplicity, transparency, identified revenue stream, and projects which the government does not do particularly well and which the private sector can do well. Here we are in the well production field for Ionics Freshwater Limited. We have 10 wells that run across 300 meters and collect water that's coming off the mainland of Barbados before it runs into the sea. We are just above an area called Freshwater Bay, which the original inhabitants of Barbados used to collect fresh water from. We extract water from about 80 feet, and this water is brackish water. So it's actually dirtier than it is salty. So it's been running through septic fields and agricultural fields. So we have 8 of these, and we collect the water, then take it into the main plant where we start the process of cleaning it for public consumption. So here we are in the main production facility of Ionics Freshwater Limited. Behind me directly are 800 horsepower pumps which raise the pressure of the water from 0 to basically 120, 140 psi. Then it runs through the pressure vessels over here, which is where the membranes are. The membranes is the magic part of the plant, and that's where we separate the clean water from the dirty water. This is a reverse osmosis plant. You would all remember from your high school, osmosis is everything moves to equilibrium. Well, we do just the opposite. We force all the bad salts and chemicals and viruses and bacteria on one side and clean water on the other side, which we then further treat and ship out to the Barbados Water Authority. We're looking here at a field of 90 kilowatts of photovoltaic electricity. The BWA has been a great supporter in the photovoltaics and in fact has been a great partner for 15 years. Again, that's one of the secrets of a good public-private partnership, is that both parties are engaged, both parties understand the benefits, and it's a win-win for both parties. And we believe that Ionics Freshwater Limited represents that benefit to both parties.
This has been an Open Learning Campus presentation brought to you by the World Bank Group, accelerating solutions through learning.